The Gentle Light, a Travis Walton bedtime story. Chapter 1. The Whispering Pines. The Arizona forest stretches like a soft green blanket across the mountainside, where tall pines sway gently in the evening breeze. Their branches dance in slow, hypnotic rhythms, back and forth, like nature's own lullaby. It's November 1975. And the air carries that crisp, clean scent of pine needles and distant snow. The kind of air that makes you breathe deeper, slower, feeling peace settle into your bones like warm honey. Travis Walton moves through this forest like he's walking through a dream. 22 years old, with calloused hands and honest eyes, he's spent countless days among these towering guardians of the mountain. Each tree seems to know him. Each shadow welcomes him home. The work crew had been thinning timber all day, their chainsaws singing a working song that echoed through the valleys. But now, as golden hour approaches, there's something different in the air, something gentle and mysterious, like the forest itself is holding its breath. "Beautiful evening, isn't it?" Travis says to his crew, wiping sawdust from his flannel shirt. The words float soft as cotton in the cooling air. Mike Rogers, the crew boss, nods slowly. He's known this forest for decades, seen it in every season, every mood. But tonight feels special. The light filtering through the pine boughs seems softer somehow, more golden, more alive. The other men feel it too. Dwayne Smith stops his chainsaw and listens to the gentle whisper of wind through needles. Ken Peterson looks up at the sky, where the first stars are beginning to twinkle like distant candles. Steve Pierce stretches his back and breathes in that perfect mountain air. This is their sanctuary. This place where time moves differently, where the troubles of the world seem far away. Here among the pines, everything feels possible. Everything feels peaceful. As the sun begins its slow descent behind the western peaks, painting the sky in soft pastels of pink and lavender, the crew begins packing up their tools. The forest grows quieter, more still, as if preparing for something wonderful. Travis pauses in his work, looking up through the canopy at the deepening sky. Stars are emerging one by one, like tiny lights being switched on in heaven's ceiling. The Milky Way begins to show itself, that river of light that has guided travelers for thousands of years. "Guys," he says softly, "look at those stars." They all stop and look up. In the city, you might see a handful of stars on a clear night. But here, in this pristine wilderness, the entire universe reveals itself. Countless points of light stretching to infinity, each one a sun, each one a mystery. It's the kind of sight that makes you feel small and vast at the same time. Small because you're just one person on one planet in an endless cosmos. Vast because you're connected to all of it, part of something magnificent and eternal. The evening air grows cooler and the men zip up their jackets, but nobody wants to leave just yet. There's something about this moment, this place, this perfect evening that feels too precious to abandon. In the distance, an owl calls out with its gentle hoot. Another answers from across the valley. It's nature's way of saying goodnight, of tucking the forest in for another peaceful sleep. Travis looks around at his friends, these good men who share his love for this wild place. They've worked hard today, honest work that makes the body tired but the soul content. Soon they'll head back to town, back to their warm homes and soft beds. But for now, they stand together in cathedral silence, surrounded by these ancient trees, beneath this canopy of stars, feeling grateful for moments like these when the world reveals its quiet magic. The forest sighs softly around them. Chapter 2. The Dancing Light. The pickup truck winds slowly down the mountain road, headlights cutting gentle paths through the gathering dusk. 7 tired but content men sharing stories and easy laughter, the kind that comes after a good day's work in God's country. Travis sits by the window, watching the forest glide by like a slow-motion movie. Pine trees stand like patient sentinels in the darkness, their branches reaching toward a sky now rich with stars. The truck's heater hums softly, creating a cocoon of warmth and comfort. "Look at that moon," someone says quietly. A crescent moon hangs low on the horizon, silver and serene, casting everything in soft, dreamlike light. It's the kind of moon that makes poets write verses and lovers hold hands, the kind that makes you believe in magic. Mike Rogers drives carefully, in no hurry to end this perfect evening. The radio plays softly. Some gentle country tune about love and home and simple pleasures. Outside, the world looks like a fairy tale painted in shades of blue and silver. Then Travis sees something that makes him lean forward slightly. Through the trees, maybe 100 yards ahead, there's a light. Not the harsh glare of another vehicle, but something softer, warmer. Something that seems to pulse gently, like a giant firefly or a star that's fallen to earth. "Hey," he says softly, "you guys seeing that?" The others look where he's pointing. Through the pine boughs, the light dances slowly, gracefully, like it's performing just for them. It glows with a gentle amber warmth, the color of honey, the color of sunset, the color of peaceful dreams. Mike slows the truck to a stop. They all stare in wonder at this beautiful phenomenon. It's perfectly round, maybe 20 feet across, hovering just above the forest floor, like the world's most elegant nightlight. "What do you think it is?" someone whispers. Nobody has an answer, but nobody seems worried either. There's something so serene about this light, so peaceful and welcoming. It pulses slowly, rhythmically, like it's breathing, like it's alive with gentle intention. Travis feels drawn to it, not in any frightening way, but like a child drawn to Christmas lights or a campfire on a cold night. It's beautiful, it's mysterious, it's calling to something deep in his soul. "I want to get a closer look," he says softly. The words come out naturally, without fear or hesitation. It's like being invited to dance by someone you've been hoping to meet all your life. The light seems to shimmer more brightly, as if responding to his words. Mike parks the truck, and they all step out into the cool mountain air. The light continues its gentle dance among the trees, casting soft shadows that seem to waltz with the pine boughs. It's silent as a dream, peaceful as prayer. Travis starts walking toward the light. Each step feels natural, inevitable, like following a path he's always known. Behind him, his friends watch with a mixture of curiosity and wonder, but no fear. How could anyone be afraid of something so beautiful? The light seems to sense his approach. It pulses more brightly, more warmly, like a welcoming beacon. The forest around it glows with reflected amber light, creating a cathedral of gold and shadow, a sanctuary of wonder. As Travis gets closer, he can see that the light isn't just floating. It's part of something larger, something smooth and graceful, like a pearl or a soap bubble, but made of light itself. It hovers just above the pine needles with perfect stillness, perfect peace. His friends call out to him, their voices carrying love and concern. But Travis feels completely safe, completely at peace. Whatever this is, wherever it comes from, it means no harm. It radiates the same gentle energy as a sunset, the same quiet magic as falling snow. The light grows brighter as he approaches, but not harsh or blinding. It's like walking toward the warmest, softest glow imaginable, like coming home to a place you've never been but always belonged. And then, the most wonderful thing happens. Chapter 3. The Gentle Embrace. The light reaches out to Travis like a warm, invisible hand, and suddenly he feels the most incredible sensation of peace wash over him. It's like being wrapped in the softest blanket on the coldest night, like being held by someone who loves you more than words can say. He's floating now, not falling, but rising gently, like a feather on a summer breeze. The forest floor grows distant below him, but he feels no fear, only wonder. It's like being lifted by angel wings, carried by clouds made of stardust and dreams. Behind him, his friends watch in amazement. They see Travis surrounded by this beautiful, pulsing light, rising slowly into the amber glow like he's being welcomed home. Their voices carry up to him, full of love and concern, but also awe at this incredible sight. "Travis!" Mike calls out. "Are you okay?" And somehow Travis knows he is. More than okay. He feels like he's experiencing the most peaceful moment of his entire life. The light embraces him completely now, and everything becomes soft and golden and infinitely gentle. His consciousness begins to drift, like falling asleep in the most comfortable bed imaginable. The last thing he sees is the forest below, his friends standing among the pine trees, and that beautiful crescent moon hanging in the star-filled sky like a silver smile. Then everything becomes light. Warm, golden, peaceful light. And Travis Walton sleeps. The deepest, most restful sleep of his life. It's the kind of sleep where dreams and reality merge into something beautiful and strange. Where time doesn't matter and worry doesn't exist. Where consciousness floats like a boat on a calm, starlit lake. Down below, his friends stand transfixed. The light that holds Travis pulses gently, like a cosmic lullaby, and they watch as both Travis and the light begin to move slowly through the forest, gliding between the pine trees like they're dancing to music only they can hear. It's the most beautiful thing any of them have ever seen. Mike Rogers, a practical man who's spent his whole life in these mountains, finds himself unable to move, unable to speak. This defies everything he thought he knew about the world, yet it's happening right in front of him with undeniable grace and beauty. The light carries Travis through the forest with infinite gentleness, weaving between the trees like it knows every branch, every shadow, every secret pathway. It's like watching a master painter create a masterpiece, each movement deliberate and perfect. Dwayne Smith rubs his eyes, certain he must be dreaming. But when he looks again, it's still there, still real, still impossibly beautiful. The light seems to pulse in rhythm with his own heartbeat, as if they're all connected somehow, all part of the same cosmic symphony. Steve Pierce pulls out his camera, then stops. Some moments are too sacred to capture, too perfect to cage in a photograph. This is one of those moments. This is something that belongs in memory and wonder, not on film. The light begins to rise, carrying Travis higher into the night sky. It moves with the fluid grace of a balloon released by a child, rising toward the stars with no hurry, no urgency, just gentle, inevitable ascent. The men watch until the light becomes just another star in the vast Arizona sky. Even then, they can still feel its presence, like the warmth of a campfire that lingers long after the flames have died. They stand in silence for a long time, processing what they've witnessed, not with fear or panic, but with the quiet reverence of people who've been granted a glimpse of something miraculous. Somewhere up there among the stars, Travis sleeps peacefully, cradled by light and mystery, dreaming dreams that span galaxies and touch the edge of eternity. The forest settles back into its evening rhythm. Owls call softly to each other. A gentle breeze whispers through the pine needles. The crescent moon continues its slow journey across the star-filled sky. And in this sacred place, 6 men begin the long walk back to a world that will never look quite the same again. Chapter 4. The Cosmic Slumber. High above the whispering pines, Travis drifts in a place between dreams and stars. Time moves differently here, like honey poured from a silver spoon, each moment stretching into infinity and folding back on itself like origami made of light. He sleeps the deepest sleep imaginable. It's not the heavy sleep of exhaustion, but something far more profound. It's the sleep of someone who has found perfect peace, perfect safety, perfect rest. Like a child sleeping in their mother's arms during a thunderstorm, knowing nothing in the world can harm them. In this gentle slumber, Travis experiences dreams unlike any he's ever known. He dreams of floating through nebulae made of silk and stardust, where colors exist that have no names and music plays without sound. He dreams of conversations with beings made of pure kindness, who speak in languages of light and love. Sometimes he dreams he's flying over the forest, seeing it from above like a vast green ocean dotted with lakes that mirror the sky. He can see his friends below, and he wants to call out to them, to tell them he's safe, he's at peace, he's experiencing something wonderful. Other times he dreams of home, his childhood bedroom with the cowboy wallpaper, his mother making pancakes on Sunday mornings, his father teaching him to fish in the mountain streams, all of it bathed in that same golden light, all of it perfect and warm and infinitely comforting. The beings who watch over his sleep are gentle as moonbeams. They move with fluid grace, tending to him like cosmic nurses, ensuring his rest is complete and restorative. Their touch is lighter than feathers, warmer than sunshine, more comforting than any human embrace. They study him with the curiosity of scientists and the tenderness of parents. To them, he represents something precious, a dreamer from the forest world below, a consciousness capable of wonder and love and hope. They are honored by his presence, grateful for this opportunity to learn from each other. In his deepest dreams, Travis sometimes understands their purpose. They are explorers, like him, travelers seeking connection across the vast loneliness of space. They mean no harm, quite the opposite. They are drawn to places where kindness grows, where beings look up at the stars and wish for something more. The forest below continues its nightly ritual. His friends have returned to town, but they keep looking up at the sky, hoping to see that gentle light again. They've told their story to anyone who will listen, describing the beauty and peace of what they witnessed. Some believe them, others don't. But it doesn't matter. They know what they saw. They know their friend was taken gently, lovingly, by something that recognized his good heart and open mind. Mike Rogers stands in his backyard, looking up at the stars. Take good care of him, he whispers to the night sky. Somehow he knows they will. In the cosmic nursery where Travis sleeps, his dreams begin to shift. He's starting to remember who he is, where he came from. The golden light that holds him begins to pulse differently, like a gentle alarm clock made of stardust. Time to wake up, it seems to say. Time to return to the forest, to his friends, to his life. But not yet, not quite yet. A little more rest, a little more peace, a little more time in this place where love is the only law and kindness is the only currency. His cosmic caretakers gather around him, their essence radiating something that can only be described as bittersweet joy. They've enjoyed his visit immensely, learned from his dreams, been enriched by his presence, but they know he belongs down there, among the pines and the people who love him. Soon, they will have to say goodbye. The preparation begins slowly, gently, like waking someone from the most beautiful dream. Travis starts to stir in his light cocoon, consciousness beginning to flutter back toward awareness like a butterfly returning to its garden. Down below, the forest waits patiently for its son to come home. Chapter 5. The Gentle Return. In the depths of space, where silence is deeper than any ocean and light travels in rivers of silver and gold, Travis begins his journey home. The beings who have cared for him prepare his departure with the tenderness of grandparents sending a beloved child back to school. His sleep has been perfect, restorative beyond measure. He has dreamed dreams that will echo in his heart for the rest of his life, experienced peace that will be his anchor in any storm. He is changed, renewed, blessed by this cosmic slumber. The golden light that has been his cocoon begins to pulse differently now, like a gentle sunrise breaking over distant mountains. Travis stirs slowly, naturally, the way one wakes from the most refreshing afternoon nap. His first sensation is warmth, not heat, but the gentle warmth of being loved unconditionally. His second is safety, the absolute certainty that he is protected, cherished, valued beyond measure. His third is gratitude, an overwhelming thankfulness for this incredible gift he's been given. As consciousness returns, he becomes aware of his surroundings. Everything glows with that same amber light, soft as candlelight, warm as a mother's touch. The surfaces around him are smooth as silk, curved like flower petals, beautiful beyond description. He sits up slowly, feeling completely rested, completely at peace. His body feels light as air, strong as mountain stone. Whatever has happened to him during his cosmic sleep has healed every ache, soothed every worry, restored him to perfect health. The beings who have cared for him gather nearby. He can sense their presence like sunshine on his face, feel their kindness like warm honey in his veins. Though he cannot see them clearly, he knows they are smiling, knows they are filled with joy at his awakening. They communicate without words, sharing emotions and images that flow between them like water finding its level. They show him the forest below, still and peaceful in the pre-dawn darkness. They show him his friends, sleeping fitfully, dreaming of lights in the forest and hoping for his safe return. Time to go home, they seem to say. Time to return to the world of pine trees and mountain streams, of honest work and simple pleasures, of people who love you and have been waiting for you to wake up. Travis nods, understanding completely. He stands slowly, his body moving with grace and strength. He feels like he could float if he wanted to, fly if he chose to. But he knows where he belongs, and he's ready to return. The journey down begins as gently as his ascent. The golden light surrounds him again, and he feels himself being lowered through space with infinite care. Through the star-filled sky, through the thin atmosphere, down toward the sleeping forest that has been his home all his life. Below, the pine trees wait like old friends. The meadows lie silver with dew. A few early birds begin their morning songs, welcoming the approaching dawn with trills of pure joy. As they descend, his cosmic companions share one final gift, the assurance that this experience, this blessing, will remain with him always. In quiet moments, he will remember the peace of cosmic sleep. In difficult times, he will recall the feeling of being perfectly loved. In lonely moments, he will know that somewhere among the stars, gentle beings remember him with fondness. The forest floor approaches slowly, softly, the same meadow where his journey began 5 days ago. Though to Travis, it feels like both minutes and lifetimes have passed. The golden light sets him down as gently as a mother placing a sleeping child in their crib. His feet touch the earth, feeling the soft cushion of pine needles, the solid reality of home. The light hovers above him for a moment longer, pulsing with what can only be described as affection. Then slowly, beautifully, it begins to fade. Not disappearing, but merging back into the cosmic tapestry from which it came, returning to its place among the stars where it will continue its eternal dance of love and wonder. Travis stands alone in the forest as the first light of dawn begins to touch the eastern sky. He is home. Chapter 6. The Awakening Forest. The forest awakens around Travis like a symphony tuning itself to perfect pitch. Birds begin their morning chorus. First one tentative note, then another, until the entire woodland rings with songs of greeting and joy. Somewhere in the distance, a stream bubbles over smooth stones, adding its liquid music to the dawn concert. Travis breathes deeply, filling his lungs with the cool, pine-scented air he's known since childhood. But something is different now. The forest feels more alive, more connected, more vibrantly present than ever before. Each tree seems to pulse with its own gentle light. Each shadow dances with subtle magic. He begins walking slowly through the meadow, his steps sure and steady despite everything he's experienced. His body feels amazing, rested, strong, perfectly balanced. It's like he's been given a complete tune-up, every system restored to optimal function. The morning dew catches the early sunlight, creating thousands of tiny diamonds scattered across the grass. A gentle breeze carries the scent of wildflowers and distant snow, that perfect mountain air that makes you want to breathe deeper, live fuller, love stronger. As he walks, memories of his cosmic journey drift through his mind like pleasant dreams, half remembered upon waking. Golden light and gentle voices, beings of pure kindness who treated him like precious cargo, like a visiting dignitary from a distant world. The most peaceful sleep he's ever known, deeper and more restorative than any rest he could have imagined. He reaches the logging road where his friends last saw him 5 days ago. The tire tracks from Mike's pickup are still visible in the soft earth, along with their footprints from that incredible evening when everything changed. He can almost hear their voices calling his name, see them watching in wonder as the gentle light carried him away. A mourning dove calls softly from a nearby pine. Its voice is pure and sweet, like a lullaby sung by angels. Other birds answer from across the forest, robins and wrens, jays and finches, each adding their own note to the morning's peaceful chorus. Travis sits down on a fallen log and looks up at the sky, now painted in soft pastels of pink and gold as the sun climbs higher. Somewhere up there, beyond the blue, his cosmic friends continue their eternal journey among the stars. He sends them a silent thank you, knowing somehow that they can feel his gratitude across any distance. A squirrel chatters at him from a nearby tree, then scrambles down to investigate this human who seems so different, so peaceful, so connected to the forest's rhythms. It approaches without fear, sensing the gentle energy that now radiates from Travis like warmth from a stone that's been sitting in sunshine. The realization hits him slowly. He needs to get back to town. His friends will be worried sick. His family will be frantic. Search parties will be looking for him. He's been gone for 5 days, though it feels like both forever and an instant. But he's not worried. He feels completely capable of handling whatever awaits him in the human world. The peace he carries now is unshakable, a deep well of tranquility that will sustain him through any storm. The love he experienced among the stars has changed him at the cellular level, made him stronger and more compassionate than he's ever been. He stands up slowly, brushing pine needles from his jeans. His clothes are clean, somehow, not dirty or torn as they should be after 5 days in the wilderness. Even this small detail fills him with wonder at the care he received during his cosmic sleep. A red-tailed hawk circles overhead, its cry echoing through the morning air. It seems to be welcoming him back, acknowledging his return to the forest community. Other creatures stir in the underbrush. Rabbits and chipmunks, mice and voles, all going about their morning business in the eternal cycle of forest life. Travis begins walking toward the main road, following paths he's known since childhood but seeing them with new eyes. Every pine needle seems to glow with inner light. Every stone tells a story. Every shadow holds mysteries he never noticed before. The forest has always been his sanctuary. Now it feels like something more. A gateway, a connection point between worlds. A place where impossible things happen and dreams take flight on wings of golden light. Behind him, the meadow where he spent 5 days among the stars shimmers in the morning sun, looking perfectly ordinary and utterly magical at the same time. Ahead lies the road home, and all the questions that await him there. Chapter 7. The Road Back to Wonder. The 2-lane highway stretches before Travis like a ribbon of possibility, empty in the early morning light except for the occasional pickup truck heading to work, or a deer crossing gracefully from one side of the forest to the other. His feet find their rhythm easily, carrying him down the familiar asphalt toward town with steady, peaceful steps. Each step brings him closer to the world he left behind 5 days ago. Yet he feels no anxiety about the reunion ahead. The cosmic peace that fills him now runs deeper than worry, stronger than fear. Whatever questions await him, whatever disbelief or wonder he encounters, he carries within himself an unshakable certainty about what he's experienced. A meadowlark trills from a fence post, its song pure and sweet as liquid gold. Travis pauses to listen, and for a moment he can almost hear the cosmic music his star friends shared with him. That silent symphony that plays between worlds, connecting all living things in harmonies beyond human hearing. The morning sun climbs higher, painting the mountainsides in shades of green and gold. Patches of aspen trees shimmer like coins in the gentle breeze, their leaves catching light and releasing it in tiny sparkles of joy. Everything looks familiar, yet somehow more vivid, more alive, more meaningful than before. A pickup truck appears in the distance, heading his direction. As it gets closer, Travis recognizes the vehicle. It's Alan Dalis, one of the searchers who's been looking for him. The truck slows, then stops completely as Alan stares in disbelief at the figure walking calmly down the highway. "Travis?" Alan calls out, his voice filled with wonder and relief. "Travis Walton, is that really you?" Travis raises a hand in friendly greeting, his face breaking into a gentle smile. "Hey Alan, good to see you." Alan jumps out of his truck and hurries over, his eyes wide with amazement. "Son, where have you been? We've been searching for you for days. Your family's been worried sick. Mike and the boys have been beside themselves." "I'm okay," Travis says simply, and Alan can see that it's true. More than okay. Travis looks healthier than he's ever looked, more peaceful, more centered. There's something different about him. A calm confidence, a gentle glow that seems to emanate from within. "But where were you? What happened to you out there?" Travis looks up at the sky where a few morning stars still shine faintly in the brightening blue. "Somewhere safe," he says softly. "Somewhere beautiful." Alan doesn't push for more details. Something in Travis's voice, something in his presence, suggests that this is a story that will be told when the time is right, in the right way, to the right people. For now, it's enough that he's back, safe and sound, and somehow transformed by his journey. They drive toward town together, the radio playing softly as the forest gives way to pastures and ranch lands. Cattle graze peacefully in the morning sun. A red barn stands bright against the green hillside. A farm dog runs alongside a fence, barking joyfully at nothing in particular. It's all so normal, so everyday, so beautifully ordinary. Yet Travis sees it all with new eyes now. Eyes that have witnessed the extraordinary and returned with a deeper appreciation for the simple magic that exists everywhere, in every moment, in every small miracle of daily life. Word travels fast in a small town. By the time they reach the main street, people are already gathering. Some come out of curiosity, others out of genuine concern and relief. Travis waves to them all with the same gentle smile, the same peaceful confidence that seems to put everyone at ease. His mother comes running out of the sheriff's office where she's been coordinating search efforts. She throws her arms around him with tears of joy streaming down her face. "Travis, oh, thank God, I was so worried." He holds her gently, feeling her love wash over him like warm sunshine. "I'm okay, Mom. I'm really okay. Better than okay, actually." And she can feel it's true. Her son has returned to her changed, healed, somehow elevated by whatever he's experienced. The worry lines that have creased her face for 5 days begin to smooth away as she realizes that this terrible ordeal has somehow become a blessing. Mike Rogers appears next, along with the other crew members who witnessed Travis's departure. They gather around him in a circle of friendship and relief, each man struggling to find words for what they're feeling. "We saw it," Mike says quietly. "We saw that light take you. We've been telling everyone, but—" "I know," Travis says, placing a reassuring hand on his friend's shoulder. "Thank you for telling the truth. Thank you for believing." The crowd grows larger, but it remains respectful, peaceful. There's something about Travis's presence that seems to calm everyone, to fill them with the same gentle peace that he carries. Children stop playing to look at him with wide, wondering eyes. Dogs stop barking and simply wag their tails. Somewhere in the growing crowd, a reporter scribbles notes. Officials prepare questions. Scientists ready their instruments. But all of that feels far away to Travis, like noise from another world. What matters is this moment, this return, this gathering of people who care about him and love him and have worried for his safety. This small-town morning where ordinary miracles happen and extraordinary stories find their way back home. The gentle light that carried him away has brought him back changed, blessed, and filled with cosmic peace. And the real story is just beginning. Chapter 8. The Eternal Whisper. Years pass like gentle seasons in the Arizona high country. Travis Walton becomes a man who carries stars in his eyes and peace in his heart. Someone who looks up at the night sky, not with longing, but with gratitude, knowing that somewhere among those distant lights, gentle beings remember him with fondness. He returns to his work in the forest, but now each day among the pines feels like prayer. The trees seem to recognize him, their branches swaying in welcome whenever he appears. The meadows bloom more brightly where he walks. The streams sing sweeter songs when he pauses to listen. People come from all over the world to hear his story, drawn by something they can't quite name but desperately need to understand. Scientists with their instruments and questions, reporters with their cameras and deadlines, skeptics with their doubts and theories, believers with their hope and wonder. To all of them, Travis speaks with the same gentle honesty that has become his trademark. He never embellishes, never dramatizes, never claims to understand more than he does. He simply shares what he remembers with the quiet confidence of someone who has touched the infinite and returned with clean hands and an open heart. They weren't what people expect, he often says, his voice soft as evening wind through pine needles. They were kind, gentle. They cared for me like I was their own child, lost and far from home. I've never felt safer in my life. Some believe him, others don't, but his story spreads anyway, carried on the wind of human longing for connection, for meaning, for proof that we are not alone in this vast universe. It becomes part of the folklore of wonder, one of those tales that people tell their children when they want them to believe in magic. Mike Rogers and the other crew members never waver in their account of that extraordinary evening. They've seen the gentle light with their own eyes, watched their friend carried away by something that defied every law they thought they understood. They know what they witnessed, and no amount of skepticism or ridicule can change that knowledge. The forest where it all happened becomes a place of pilgrimage for some, a sanctuary for others. People come to stand in the meadow where Travis was taken, hoping to catch a glimpse of golden light among the trees. Most see only pine and shadow and the ordinary magic of wilderness. But a few, a precious few, report feelings of profound peace, of cosmic connection, of being briefly touched by something infinitely loving. Travis often returns to that special place, especially on clear nights when the stars shine bright and the moon casts silver shadows through the pine boughs. He sits quietly on the same fallen log where he rested during his journey home, breathing the clean mountain air and feeling grateful for gifts beyond measure. Sometimes, on the clearest nights, when the Milky Way spreads across the sky like a river of dreams, he thinks he sees a gentle pulse of golden light among the stars, just for a moment, just long enough to know that the connection remains, that love transcends any distance, that somewhere in the cosmic ocean, gentle beings continue their eternal dance of exploration and wonder. The story becomes a movie, then books, then documentaries. The details get distorted sometimes, sensationalized or dismissed. But the heart of it remains pure, a simple tale of a man who was taken gently into the light, cared for with infinite kindness, and returned home, blessed and changed. Children especially love the story. They seem to understand instinctively what many adults struggle to grasp, that the universe is vast and full of wonders, that kindness exists in forms we can barely imagine, that love is the force that connects all things across any distance. Travis grows older gracefully, his hair turning silver like starlight, his eyes retaining that deep peace that has become his signature. He marries a woman who believes in wonder, raises children who look up at the sky with hope rather than fear, builds a life rooted in gratitude and service and simple joy. He never stops working in the forest. It remains his sanctuary, his church, his home. The trees that witnessed his departure and return grow taller and stronger, creating new generations of shade and beauty. The meadow blooms year after year with wildflowers that seem somehow brighter, somehow more alive than flowers elsewhere. On quiet evenings, when the work is done and the world settles into peaceful twilight, Travis sometimes walks among the pines and listens to their ancient whispers. They tell him stories of patience and endurance, of roots that run deep and branches that reach for stars, of the eternal dance between earth and sky that has been going on since the beginning of time. And sometimes, if you listen very carefully on those clear Arizona nights when the wind moves gently through the forest and the stars shine bright as hope itself, you can almost hear the cosmic lullaby that once carried a good man into the light and brought him home again, blessed and peaceful and filled with wonder. The pine trees remember. the stars remember. The gentle beings who drift between worlds remember a forest worker who dreamed of something more and was given the gift of cosmic sleep, the blessing of infinite love, the assurance that in this vast universe, no kind heart is ever truly alone. The story continues, whispered on the wind, carried in starlight, alive in every person who looks up at the night sky and dares to believe that somewhere among those distant lights, beings of pure kindness are sending love across the darkness. Travis Walton sleeps peacefully in his earthly bed, still dreaming cosmic dreams, still carrying that gentle light within his heart like a candle that never goes out. And somewhere among the infinite stars, gentle beings continue their eternal journey, remembering with fondness the forest worker who showed them that kindness knows no boundaries, that love needs no translation, and that sometimes the most extraordinary adventures begin with the simple willingness to believe in wonder. The forest sleeps too, cradled by starlight and moonbeams, its ancient trees swaying gently in the mountain breeze. The meadow where it all began rests peacefully under the cosmic blanket of night, ready to welcome new dreamers, new stories, new moments of magic when heaven touches earth with fingers made of light. In small bedrooms around the world, children drift off to sleep with this story in their hearts, dreaming of gentle lights and cosmic friends, of forests full of mystery and skies full of hope. They sleep deeply, peacefully, knowing that the universe is vast and beautiful and filled with beings who understand that love is the only language that really matters. And in the morning, when they wake refreshed and full of wonder, they carry a little of that cosmic peace into their day, making the world a gentler, kinder, more magical place, simply by believing that extraordinary things can happen to ordinary people who keep their hearts open to the stars. The gentle light continues its eternal dance among the heavens, weaving stories of connection and wonder, reminding us all that we are never alone, never forgotten, never beyond the reach of love that travels at the speed of light across any distance, any darkness, any doubt. Sleep well, dreamers. The stars are watching over you,